by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. Profanities, degrading remarks, and intimidating actions directed at officials or competitors will not be tolerated and grounds for removal from the event site. Spectators will not be allowed to competition during or while the contest is being conducted. Thank you for your cooperation and information and good sportsmanship.
Campuses on this game, right? We win, we get y'all. You get us. Good. Oh,
Facing off for the Warriors.
Come and step up, buddy. Go, dude! Come on, Will Crane. Got this, Tyler. Let's go. You play all right? How'd you guys do? Let's go, Warrior. Attaboy, Tyler. Good. Go, Black. Dalton! Man up! Dalton! Will Crane! Get around. Patient, Ryan. Patient. Body, Ryan. Body. Nice job, Body. Nice job, Ryan. Nice job, Ryan. Yes. Good job, Ryan. Let's go, D.
shot by the Varsity. Penalty on the wall against Woodward goes
Red. Not release. Hey, on a string, Paul! On a string! Silver! Ryan, patient! Let's go, Austin! On a string, coma! Shooter! Get out! Save it! Get back, Ryan, go back! That's right! Get back! Ryan, in a little bit, Ryan, in a little bit! Right there! Body, first step! Nice job, Ozzy! That's what I'm talking about! Nice job! That's what I'm talking about, Ozzy! Trevor, help him! Trevor! Chase! Come help him! Chase, you gotta recognize! You gotta pull ring the ball down! Nice hustle! I don't know. Find one, Joe.
Hello and welcome to the first broadcast of the boys varsity lacrosse game at Woodward Academy on Friday, March 15th. We should have an exciting matchup here between Woodward and North Atlanta. Out of bounds called. Woodward will throw in. Coming down on the offensive. Should get a few passes off before shooting on the goal, tended by Mercer Lynn. Today I will be joined by Jessica P.K. Voss, a varsity soccer player. Just got back from her game. Be helping me commentate our way through this game. Seems to be a lull in the action while they call plays and get ready for shots. The shot goes a little bit above the goal, but no big deal. There'll be plenty of shots throughout this game. And here is Jessica now.
Well, hey there, Spencer. How are you?
I'm doing quite all right.
So catching up on the game right now. I'm kind of late. What's been going on?
Well, it's been a little bit back and forth, but Woodward seemed to been able to hold the ball a little bit more on offense than North Atlanta has.
Well, I see it's still 0-0, so looks like both teams have a chance.
It does. It should be pretty exciting. It's going to be a pretty physical game. A lot of these kids know each other.
I find that lacrosse is always pretty a physical game.
Not quite as much as football, but sometimes you can end up with some pretty big hits.
I've only seen a few lacrosse games, but they seem pretty violent out there.
They do. The shoulder pads allow them to be as physical as they feel necessary.
Yeah, I know that the girls lacrosse and boys lacrosse has a lot of rule differences, and the boys can definitely be a lot more physical.
Girls lacrosse doesn't allow players within a certain radius of the stick, so hitting is definitely frowned upon there.
Well, I don't know much about lacrosse positions, but I hear it's a lot like soccer, so.
It's very similar to soccer. You have your midfielders and your forwards are called attacks in lacrosse, and then you have your defenders and goalie. Oh, and a score! A goal by number 13. Don't have a roster in front of me, but it was a great goal from about 30 feet out.
Yeah, that looks like a pretty great goal. That was nice.
Mercer Lynn just couldn't handle the heat that was coming off of that ball.
So now we're War Eagles with 1, and our guests have 0, and there is 7 minutes and 37 seconds left in the game.
It's looking great for Woodward right now. We're going to have a face-off in the middle here. It's one of the best parts about lacrosse. The face-off is always pretty physical.
I've never understood why they exactly do it that way.
So it's an even matchup in the middle, and whoever gets the ball gets the ball. And after a few back and forths, it looked like Woodward has the ball on this face-off. They're going to get a chance to attack, but Cameron Tyler from North Atlanta hits the ball out of an attack stick and manages to get the ball back. Running down the field along the right side, hoping to attack on Jackson Stitchy Ritchie, Woodward Academy's goalie. But no, one of the passes is dropped by number 15, Wyatt Whitaker, but picked back up by North Atlanta.
So do they do their throw-ins like the same way, or?
They actually just pick the ball up where it went out and run with it, so not quite the same as soccer.
Looks like they're subbing in a few players, so we'll see how that changes the Woodward lineup and how it changes their play.
And I believe this is Ozzie Bunbury, who passes down the field.
Looks like Woodward might have a chance. They're setting up their offense.
Passing back and forth tends to confuse the defense a little bit more. They don't quite know where the ball is, so it makes it a little bit easier to drive in and score.
Yeah, I feel like that ball's so small, it's hard to keep an eye on it.
It is very difficult to keep an eye on. And it also has a funky weight that makes it very difficult to find the trajectory. So being a goalie in this game is not easy. North Atlanta defender runs down the field, try and set up a scoring drive for them.
Sends a pass to 14, and looks like he's got a run right down the line.
Oh, but he is hit by Ozzie Bunbury and makes him lose the ball. Oh, and there's a flag thrown. Penalty called on North Atlanta. Oh, on Woodward. And number 9 is called on for slashing. It's going to have to sit out for a while.
Both teams are subbing, so we'll see how different this makes things.
1 minute penalty called on number 9, so Woodward should be down on this one.
North Atlanta still has possession of the ball. Oh, well, Woodward just gained it back, it looks like.
Number 15 running down the field, taking a few hits along the way.
Oh,
a nice collision there in the middle of the field for the ball. But North Atlanta seems to pick it up. Jessica, how'd your soccer game go?
It was great. Our girls soccer varsity team won 3-0.
There we go. Maybe we'll have a girls varsity soccer game on WA live at some point.
At some point, hopefully. Hopefully we'll have another Woodward win tonight by the lacrosse team.
Yep, the JV game between Woodward and North Atlanta just happened, and Woodward won. So hopefully that's a good showing of what will happen. Woodward's ball called out of bounds on North Atlanta. Number 15's gonna. Oh, number 45 is gonna pick it up and take it along.
Nice
Doesn't
run
seem
up the field.
doesn't seem very contested running up there.
Ooh, and number 2 misses the pass.
It's thrown out of bounds. North Atlanta's going to pick it up and drive down the field.
So our North Atlanta goalie has the ball right now. Wow, he's just taking a run right through the field. We'll see where it goes from here now.
That's Mercer Lynn. He actually used to attend Woodward Academy and left freshman year.
Really? I didn't
Yes.
know that.
Yeah. An ex-Woodward lacrosse player. So he's got a vendetta against our team. Should be pretty fun to see what he does.
Woodward has the ball on North Atlanta side of the field. And number 13 just tried to take a shot, but our goalie saves it.
Their goalie.
There.
Ozzy tries to break up a little scuffle that was going on there, but unsuccessfully until number 9 picks it up and tries to run down the field. A flag called.
A foul. Was that on Woodward or was that on North Atlanta?
Looks like it was on North Atlanta, number 17. A cross-check, illegal cross-check towards the throat area on number 17. He has a 1-minute penalty.
Sounds painful.
Yeah. And also with lacrosse, you're wearing minimal padding. Shoulder pads is about it. And then you're just wearing shorts and shoes.
Yeah, our goalie Jackson, I see all the time, and he's always complaining. I see bruises on him. I'm like, that's terrible.
Yep, you have to be pretty tough to play this sport.
And that ball's so hard, you know, it is so easy to get a bruise or get hit with it and get hurt.
Right.
I don't think I could play lacrosse.
Well, a little pass to a North Atlanta player is broken up by our defense. They've done a good job of keeping Jackson Ritchie from having to do his job, which is always what you want. You want your goalie to do the least amount possible.
Yeah, it looks like our defense is doing pretty well tonight.
North Atlanta number 11, Zach Curry, midfielder, picks it up, tries to find an area to drive through, but he just can't find it. He's probably going to pass out, and a pass towards the goal. But our defense, again, is just being rock solid tonight.
Jackson sends a good ball down the field to his offense, but it looks like the refs blew the whistle.
The refs did indeed blow the whistle.
What was that exactly on?
I'm not quite sure. Looks like it might be a timeout, and a timeout has been called. So we're going to get a little bit of a break here. Woodward is up 1-0 with around 3 minutes left in this quarter. We'll resume the action very soon. Get this game going. Should be very exciting.
So it looks like the game's about to start picking back up, and we'll see where it goes from here. We're still 1-0 with almost 3 minutes left, and not exactly sure who's going to start with the ball.
think they're either going to face off for the ball, or it's looking like North Atlanta might take it. But I've been wrong before. So looks like 35 stick might be illegal. His pocket might be a bit too deep, which I've never understood why it's illegal, but it is.
I didn't know that certain sticks are illegal.
Yeah, if the mesh is too deep, you can hold the ball in a bit too easily, and makes it a little bit harder for defenders to knock the ball out of your stick.
Interesting. Was that called on? That was on our Woodward team?
Yes, that was number 35, William Crane. So North Atlanta is going to pick up the ball and start after this timeout that's been called. And we should begin in just a second with him driving down the field trying to score. But our Woodward defense has been pretty solid tonight, so it's going to be tough.
Looks like North Atlanta's just passing around trying to figure out what they want to do.
Yep, trying to set up plays maybe. One thing with lacrosse is you can always hear players screaming orders and plays at other players.
Yeah, I like that. Everyone's very, very talkative. Even the coaches on the sidelines are always talking to the team.
Right. So they always seem like they have a sense of what's going on. No one's ever in the dark.
Yeah, it's a very technical game, you know.
Yeah. Oliver Marshall passes out to Chase Bowen, picks up the ball and looks for a play to make. Who passes to Trevor Dallaire. Shout out to Trevor Dallaire, my peer kid. Who then gets a pass intercepted by North Atlanta number 13, Turner McCrae.
It's nice that some of the freshmen out there are actually getting some playing time on varsity.
Right, it's always good. Oh, a big hit in the middle of the field by number 28.
Which they don't call foul or anything. So it looks like the ball's still in play and North Atlanta has possession.
That was a huge hit. That was impressive. North Atlanta going around the side. Looks like there's going to be a shot by number 14, but he misses. Number 14 is Nicholas Rodman, who took the shot, but it was just a bit wide left. But I don't know if the ball would have gone in. Jackson Ritchie's got quick reflexes.
Woodward throws the ball into their defense, and looks like the defender is going to take it up to the line.
Ozzie Bunbury with a not-so-stellar pass to Will Whitson of the opposing team, who takes a shot, but misses again, wide left.
I can already hear out there all the coaches yelling. The senior Muir is actually my Spanish teacher, so I told him the other day I heard him at a game, and a shot by number 17, absolutely stopped by Jackson Ritchie, who passes downfield to number 10, Marshall Olhausen, who was driving down the field. Passes to number 13, Oliver Marshall, who shoots and scores, second goal of the night. Great shot right past the goalie.
Oliver Marshall, a sophomore. Two great shots.
Seems like Woodward's picking up. They're doing great, sending nice passes.
It's been pretty lights out. The defense has been playing well. Offenses has been producing goals.
Anyway, what I was saying before was I had seen another lacrosse game, and I was telling my teacher that I've never heard you scream that much before.
Yeah, they have to be pretty loud out there. It's a big field, and everyone has to hear what he's saying. The face-off is won by North Atlanta, but number 14, Nicholas Rodman, slips and falls, but he manages to get back up and Jackson Ritchie nails number 23, Will McCullum, while he's trying to take his shot and causes him to miss. Great job. Jackson Ritchie has the ball. Throws downfield to number 18, Joe Collins, who's running down the field, a defender. Oh, but his pass is intercepted by number 32, Ty Lewis.
Looks like he's going to go back down to defense, and now the buzzer has gone off, and it looks like it's second quarter. With War Eagles still up 2, and our guests, North Atlanta, have 0.
It's really a great game, PK. It's fun to watch. It's got the fast pace of football, and it's got the endurance of soccer. So it's everything you want in a sport combined. During this little break between the quarters, Coach Mir, I've never been able to pronounce that.
Senior Mir
is going to tell his team what's up, letting him know that they're doing a great job, but tightening up the kinks that are in the system a little bit.
So far, it seems they're doing good, and everyone's got their sticks in the air, ready for the second quarter.
It's going to be an exciting one, hopefully as good as this one.
I'm sure North Atlanta's probably going to start picking it up, and I'm sure their coaches are talking to them just as hard and trying to get them to fix whatever they're doing wrong or right, or what they need to be doing in this quarter.
As we're gearing up for this second quarter, it looks like it's going to be number 45, who actually is not on the roster. It's not what's happening. I thought he was going to be taking the face-off, but it looks like you start the quarter with number 14 on North Atlanta, Nicholas Rodman, throwing the ball in.
North Atlanta still has possession of the ball, and it seems like they're keeping it pretty well right now.
Passing around the back of the goal to Wyatt Whitaker. To number 2, who takes a shot, Rob Woolfolk, but he misses wide right.
Jackson Ritchie hits it right out, so it seems like North Atlanta has possession.
Number 15, Wyatt Whitaker, takes a nice shot from around back of the goal, and Jackson Ritchie didn't even see it coming. Score is now 2-1. War Eagles up by 1. It's going to be a face-off in the middle of the field.
Well, now we know North Atlanta is probably going to be picking it up pretty soon.
Yeah. Between number 44, Griffin Dean, and what looks like number 14, Nicholas Rodman. Oh, a nice flip out by Dean Griffin, but North Atlanta picks up the ball and will try to drive down the field.
Looks like North Atlanta's having a hard time picking up the ball, and Woodward gains control, taking it down the field.
Oh, but number 35 loses the ball on a hit. William Crane loses the ball on a hit, and it's knocked out of bounds. North Atlanta ball. Number 14, Nicholas Rodman, looks like he's trying to decide what he's going to do.
It's been quite a few seconds, and he still hasn't made a decision, so we'll see what happens. Oh, well, I guess.
The ref blows the whistle, and it starts. Pass to number 7, Cameron Tyler. Oh, sneaky little guy runs down the field, takes a shot, but it's deflected by Jackson Ritchie, and number 15, Wyatt Whitaker, tries to take another shot, but misses wide right.
North Atlanta starts taking it behind Woodward goal. We'll see where it goes from here.
Trying to back out, get a sense of what's happening, get things back together. Number 7, Cameron Tyler, has the ball. Number 17, Will Wilson, is calling plays now, making sure this drive goes the way he wants it to.
Number 15 on Woodward knocks the ball out of 17 on North Atlanta's net, and seems like North Atlanta still has possession, trying to score a goal, and succeeds.
Will Wilson with another sneaky goal in between the legs of Jackson Ritchie. And just like that, it's tied 2-2.
That was pretty quick, only a few seconds on the minutes on the clock, and it's now 10 minutes and 30 seconds.
We'll see another face-off in the middle. Hopefully the game starts going Woodward's way again.
I feel like these games can be either super long or super slow because the game either stops a lot or doesn't stop at all.
Right. Number 26 for North Atlanta, Tyler Horton, wins the face-off. Oh, and a pass is thrown by a North Atlanta attack and is kicked all the way downfield in Woodward's favor to number 28,
28
Trevor Dallaire.
passes to number 10.
Marshall Olhausen, who loses the ball. And it's going to be North Atlanta ball.
So number 32 on North Atlanta has possession in the middle. It's going to send it wide outside to number 7. He turns on number 43 in Woodward, and
loses his stick.
but he gets the ball and the stick right back up. So
a nice little poke out by Dalton Mulcahy, but to no avail. North Atlanta still has the ball. They're going to pass around the goal a bit more, try to find the kinks in the defense of Woodward Academy.
seems like this game or this quarter is a lot more on Woodward's half. So we'll see if our defense can hold up their offense this quarter.
Right.
North Atlanta still has control of the ball.
And that's number 11, Zach Curry, running back towards midfield. Still a bit more passing. Zach Curry still trying to lead his offense towards victory. And a shot by number 28. Oh, in the left corner of the goal. That's Eli Zarka with the goal.
Our guests have 3. North Atlanta has 3, and up by 1 with Woodward at 2, with 8 minutes and 31 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter.
The Woodward defense trying to figure out what's happening. They seem like they're all talking, though, so they might know what's happening and be able to fix it very soon. And they better fix it soon, or else this game's going to turn around real quick. In the huddle, there are actually 2 different huddles, one for offense and one for defense. Looks like Coach Muir is running the offensive huddle. This is actually his first year coaching the lacrosse team after taking the position from Nick Weil.
And this is actually his first year at Woodward. This is his first year teaching, so he's a pretty good teacher, though. I like him. He's a good Spanish teacher, so.
And most of the lacrosse players seem to respect him a lot.
Yeah,
he's a good coach.
They all appreciate him. He's a pretty good coach. He's led the varsity lacrosse team pretty far this year already.
They've won quite a few games.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure their record, but I know they've played in several tournaments also and been preparing for several months.
Right. They actually played tournaments during the off season, not as a Woodward team, but with the same players, which I don't think they've ever done before.
Yeah, so I think Coach Muir has had a big impact on the Woodward lacrosse team this year. He actually played in college, and he played at 2 different colleges for undergraduate school and graduate school.
It's very good. So he's quite the athlete himself. And this sport requires an athlete. You need speed and power and endurance and everything. You need it all for this.
And he obviously knows the sport pretty well, and he's leading them very far. So it looks like a call has been on North Atlanta, and
Woodward is going to end up with the ball. Looks like that's number 44, Dean Griffin.
Well, they also just subbed out 18 for number 10, who is
Marshall Olhausen.
We'll see if he can try and get some more goals.
We'll see if Woodward can try to keep the ball in their hands and away from North Atlanta's offense, because North Atlanta's offense is pretty hot right now.
Well, it seems like we have control right now, and their goal, so maybe whatever Senior Amir said to the offense is getting him picked back up and trying to score another goal.
Passing around the outside, doing their job of finding the problems in the defense of North Atlanta. Number 2, Chase Bowen, running around the back. He's going to take a shot. Oh, but it's deflected by Mercer Lynn.
Fighting for that ball. Woodward looks like gains control. Well, doesn't look like anybody gains control.
It's flipped out, and North Atlanta has the ball. And number 26, Tyler Horton, is running up the field.
He's gotten all the way down the field, and now the North Atlanta offense has it. We'll see what they can do.
Slowing down the pace a little bit after that long run up the field.
Setting up their offense. It looks like Woodward's trying to set up their defense as well.
Jackson Ritchie is calling out plays. Him and Ozzie Bunbury are 2 of the captains of this team. They're calling out plays to the defenders, making sure they're in the place they want to be. Ozzie Bunbury makes one of the North Atlanta players lose the ball, but he quickly picks it back up. Oh, and they fall again, and Ozzie Bunbury has the ball.
A flag is thrown. Looks like that's off of...
Looks like it's off of North Atlanta.
Yep,
Woodward's going to have the ball. That's number 9 with the ball, Davon Wallace. Oh, but the ref takes the ball, and they're going to pick it up at the other side of the field with number 10, Marshall Olhausen.
The whistle is blown, and Woodward starts the ball on North Atlanta side of the field. A pass right to the middle, but it's intersected by 32 on North Atlanta.
That's Ty Lewis. He seemed to be doing a lot for their defense today. Doing a great job. And a pass upfield, but it's stopped by Ozzie Bunbury. And play is stopped by the ref.
Another flag is thrown. Looks like the refs are going to have to come together and talk about that and figure out what went on. I'm not sure exactly what they called it on.
Maybe we'll see in just a second.
Our guests, North Atlanta, still have 3. They're up by 1 point with Woodward Academy at 2. There's 6 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock for the second. We're still in the second quarter?
Yes, we are. And it looks like it's being called against Woodward, but I can't tell exactly. Oh, no. Yes, it is the call against Woodward. I can't tell exactly what he called it on. Couldn't quite see him. But it goes back to retrieve the flag. And play will resume with number 14, Nicholas Rodman, picking up the ball. Nicholas Rodman, who seems to be doing quite a bit for this team as one of the midfielders, is only a freshman, so he's still got a few years to play. Number 21 comes out of the penalty box. Isaiah Sims, he's been pretty dangerous today, who now has the ball. Passes to Rob Woolfolk, who makes a pass, but it's wide. And number 14, Nicholas Rodman, can't quite reach it. So Woodward's Ozzie Bunbury will take the ball in. He's going to run down until he needs to pass. Oh, and he gets hit, but he stays standing. Ozzie's quite a big kid, so...
Woodward's offense playing pretty aggressive. Looks like they're going right through the middle, going to try and make the goal. Oh, but...
Number 31,
he loses the
Sam
ball.
Roberts loses the ball.
Woodward's throw or ball. And...
we have... what... oh, we just have a buzzer. Looks like it's going to be a...
sub in, or
a sub in, I guess. Number 45 is in. He's not on the roster. He's a mystery player.
I wonder if they're switch players, because I know I'm on a switch player for both JV and Varsity, and I'm on neither roster.
That's definitely possible. Oh, 2 flags are thrown. Not quite sure what that means. It's a super penalty. Looks like number 2 is running off, though. Looks like he's caught for slashing. But it's actually number 13 and number 2. All of Chase Bowen and Turner McCrite.
25 also coming off the field, so we have 31 in, and I'm not sure who else went in for 25. So North Atlanta has control of the ball, and it looks like they're just going to take it right down to Woodward's defense and see if they can get another goal. Still have around 5 minutes left on the clock. Seems like the game's going pretty slow now. A lot of fouls have been called this quarter.
The refs want to make sure no one is getting hurt during this game, which is definitely smart. It's pretty early in the season. Not even halfway yet, so you don't want injuries at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I know the varsity girls team already has about 3 players on the bench.
And the boys even, one of their captains, Price Dickerson, is down with what appears to be maybe a sprained or broken foot.
And is that for the boys team, or is that
for the
lacrosse team?
The boys lacrosse team.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like lacrosse would be a lot harder sport an easier sport to be injured in. Jackson Ritchie has the ball, and he throws it all the way up to midfield, where number 45 almost catches it, but not quite. But Woodward still has control of the ball.
Passes it to number 31, who passes it in to number 13.
And tries to make a shot, but just misses it.
And number 24, Mercer Lynn, deflects it once and then picks up the ball and maintains control. Runs to the back of the goal.
He's still behind the goal, and
oh, looks like Woodward's ball. I didn't quite see what was called there, but Woodward's going to take the ball in from the corner.
A little bit closer than the corner.
Right. Number 31, Sam Roberts, trying to figure out what he can do for this team.
13 gets the ball, tries to make a shot, but misses.
That's Oliver Marshall, missing wide right, trying for his hat trick. He's had 2 goals already today. North Atlanta's going to run it up the field. And he is hit by number 45, mystery player. And the ball is loose. North Atlanta loses the ball, and number 17, Will Wilson, losing the ball, and a sub in number 35, William Crane, is going to come in.
So I've realized they call the buzzer for some subs, but then also at random times they can just switch.
Maybe there are certain players that you can switch at any time and certain players you can't. I know that the midfielders are going to be running a lot more than some of the other players. Maybe you can sub them in whenever you need to.
I would love to learn all of the rules of lacrosse. I just feel like it's such a complicated sport, and there's so many rules.
Well, it's similar to a lot of sports. There are tons of rules that if you don't know, you just can't quite get it.
North Atlanta tries to pick up the ball, but Woodward gains control and loses it to North Atlanta's offense, number 23.
But number 9, Davon Wallace, is just running him down.
Pushes him out wide where he loses the ball.
But number 17, Will Wilson, setting up his offense again. Getting ready. Passes to 28, Eli Zarka. He's trying to figure out what to do.
Our defense is trying to keep up with them, and it looks like
Eli Zarka's just going to throw the ball out. Woodward's going to pick it up. And number 9, Davon Wallace, is going to try to take it down the field.
Otherwise known as Devin Willis.
He prefers to be called Davon.
Really?
Yes. Oh, Davon runs all the way up past midfield but loses the ball.
And another flag is thrown in the middle of nowhere, but the game is still keep playing on.
And the ref finally blows the whistle. We'll see who this is on. I think it might be on an illegal hit in the back by North Atlanta, but I could be wrong.
So is there also, like, your offensive and defensive players always have to be on one side of the field?
There is not.
'Cause
I know that you can have defenders run up past the midfield, but I believe you have to have a certain number of players on the side of the field. So if a defender runs up, a midfielder has to stay back.
Oh.
And it looks like there is no flag called, no penalty, and Woodward will just take it from the corner. Because I know that because Jackson Ritchie once told me a story where he got the ball and there was an open field, so he ran all the way down the field, and as a goalie, scored a goal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
It doesn't happen all too often.
I know Jackson's only played for a few years, and he started off at Varsity his freshman year, so I'm sure he's improved and been a great player for his 4 years. This is his senior year, so his last year at Woodward as their goalie, and I don't know exactly who's going to take over that position for him next.
Well, Jackson has been training his prodigy and friend Will Romero, who is right now a freshman, to be the next Woodward goalie. And Will's coming along quite nicely. Not quite as good as Jackson yet, but he has played in a varsity game, and I believe they won.
Yes, I think I was here that game. I've seen a game where Will was playing, and he did really well. He played second half, so I wonder if Jackson Ritchie's going to get a break this second half, and maybe Will take his place.
Maybe we will. William Crane takes a shot, but he misses, and a timeout is called with 1 minute and 25 seconds left in the half. War Eagles down 2-3. You can see Price Dickerson, the injured captain, in his school uniform on the right side of your screen. He's really upset that he may actually miss a majority of the season now, and lacrosse has been one of his passions since he's been in middle school. So he's pretty upset that he can't play.
Yeah, that is sad. It's his senior year. Do you know what happened?
I believe he was stepped on during a game and rolled his ankle in a bad way, which is never fun.
And it looks like now we have a view of the North Atlanta team. I'm not exactly sure who their captains are.
Neither am I. But they are a good team and really giving Woodward a challenge. We can see some fans in the Woodward stands cheering for the Woodward Varsity Lacrosse.
They sure are pretty supportive of the team. I know they were down there supporting our girls varsity team also, so looks like after they came right up to the lacrosse game as well.
That's one thing about Woodward. Everyone supports everyone. I know I'm on the track team, which is not usually an attended sport by the students, but every once in a while you'll get a couple of friends down there and they'll cheer for you real loud, and it's nice.
And are you a pole vaulter or?
I am a pole vaulter. It's a pretty exciting sport.
So it looks like the game's going to get picked back up again with 1 minute and 25 seconds left, and Woodward starts with the ball.
Chase Bowen's going to take it from behind the goal, run around the side. Looks like he'll probably pass it away, but he's backing up to find his pass.
Taking his own run and loses control of the ball. But Woodward is trying to fight over that ball and pick it back up again.
Looks like it's going to be North Atlanta's ball after a little bit of a scuffle in the middle there. They pass it back to number 13.
Who has a nice run down the field.
Turner McRae. It's pretty quick. Oh, but as soon as he tries to take a pass, it's it's blocked, and number 15 for Woodward, Ryan Todd, picks it up, but he's hit immediately, which is probably going to draw a foul. An illegal cross check by number 14, Nicholas Rodman. He's been crucial in this game, so may not be good that he's in the penalty box right now. "50 seconds left in this half."
And
Woodward wants to see if they can try to start something here.
they start with the ball at the half line pretty much, and looks like they're going to be right by North Atlanta's goal. So let's see if they can try and make it a tie game in 40 seconds.
Marshall Olhausen starting with the ball, trying to get things rolling for Woodward Academy. And it looks like they might. Marshall Olhausen takes a shot, but Mercer Lynn stops the ball and tries to pass it downfield, but Woodward might just win this one. It's being jostled around a little bit.
Looks like Woodward has control, and I know North Atlanta's trying to fight them off, so we'll see where it goes in 12 seconds.
Woodward Crane just getting thrown around by the defense over there.
With a flag thrown with 9 seconds left, this game is getting pretty intense.
We'll see what Woodward can do. Number 11 is put in the penalty box now. That's Zach Curry. Now down 2 players. We'll see what can happen. Anything's possible in 9 seconds. It's just going to have to happen pretty fast.
So Woodward has the ball in the corner, and
looks like they're just going to hold it until the half. And yeah, number 28, Trevor Delaire, holds it until the end of the half, and Woodward goes into halftime down 2-3. I think they'll be able to pick it up at the in the second half. We'll be back with you when that half starts. Welcome back to the Woodward Academy Varsity Lacrosse at Woodward Academy on Graham Hixon Field in Colquitt Stadium. Get a nice shot of the middle decal before this exciting game gets underway in the second half. We'll see if Woodward can turn the tides. Hopefully tie it up and end up winning this game. Our defense was tight the first quarter, loosened up a little bit in the second quarter, tightened up again, and hopefully they'll stay tight for the rest of the game and bring this team home with a W. Looks like Woodward is going to start behind the goal. Number 2, Chase Bowen. Oh, I'm sorry, number 28 passes to 10, Marshall Olhausen. To get this Woodward offense started. A shot misses wide, and Woodward retrieves it to keep the offense going. Around the back of the goal goes Chase Bowen. Number 13 takes a shot and scores. That's a hat trick for Oliver Marshall. That's 3 goals in 1 game. I'm impressed.
Looks like I already missed a lot.
You did. You're back 30 seconds into our second half, and it's already tied up 3-3.
Well, I apologize. I was getting food.
Refreshments are always exciting at the Woodward Academy Stadium, Colquitt Stadium, as it is called. And a face-off won by Woodward as number 35, I'm sorry. William Crane picks up the ball and takes a shot, but it is stopped by Mercer Lynn, who's done a pretty good job tonight, seeing all the shots he's taken.
Looks like the North Atlanta goalie has a wide open field to run right through and send it to 32.
Who's going to take it past the midfield. See as far as he goes. Oh, he loses a shoe. Tries to take a turn, but also loses the ball. That's...
Looks like they're stopping the game to let him put the shoe back on and sub in somebody else.
I haven't seen that before. A lost shoe. And the pass in goes to Woodward. Oh, and he takes a shot in the back, number 35 does.
But he still has the ball and he's going right down the field.
He's getting stick checked a little bit by the defenders, making sure he doesn't get too comfortable. Try to take a shot. They're going to pass around a little bit. Slow the game down in their favor. Going to pass around back to Chase Bowen, who's done a pretty good job tonight. He takes a shot and he scores, but it looks like it's going to be called dead. No goal. He had a little bit of an elbow in there that wasn't allowed.
So North Atlanta's going to start with the ball on their side of the field. And they're just going to try and take it right down the sideline.
Number 13 cradling the ball high away from the attack of the Woodward Academy. And the ball is out on Woodward. North Atlanta's ball at the side. Oh, no, Woodward's ball. The ref called otherwise. No. Are they going to recall it?
Looks like they're stopping the game. Seems like the referees might have a misunderstanding.
Indeed, and it looks like Woodward might take it from midfield. They will. Woodward's going to take it from midfield. Number 28, Trevor Dallaire with the ball. Cradling it well, passing it to the middle to Will Crane, who takes a shot, but it's a bit too high.
Too high for the goal and a little bit too far from the player, which is number 2 on the other side to catch it.
Chase Bowen takes it in. Number 44, Dean Griffin with the ball. Takes a few checks, but keeps the ball and manages to keep this Woodward offense rolling. There's some screaming going on. North Atlanta looks like it's going to start with the ball. They will, and he's going to run on down the sideline. Quick little guy. See what he can do. Number 7, Cameron Tyler. Number 17, excuse me, Will Wilson. Runs it all the way down the field only to lose the ball.
This game is so fast.
To a Woodward defender.
I put my head down for a second and I look up and the ball's already on the other side of the field.
It's going to be North Atlanta ball after Woodward loses possession, and it goes out of bounds in the back. Pass to Mercer Lynn, the goalie. He's going to do what he sees fit with the ball. Passes it to number 31, who loses the ball, and number 2 was going to run in on the attack, but also loses the ball. Oh, number 13,
Nice
Oliver Marshall with his 4th goal of the game.
He's doing very good today. And what grade is he in? He's a 10th grader, right?
He is a 10th grader, doing well for himself, taking up the position of one of the 6 or 7 seniors that left the team last year. I'm pretty sure a majority of them were on offense. So Woodward was kind of hurting at the beginning of this year, not knowing who was going to fill the seniors' positions. But it looks like Oliver Marshall is doing a great job himself.
So number 45 and on Woodward and 14 on North Atlanta had a bad start off for
the ball, and Nicholas Rodman's just he's gonna pick it up and take it downfield. One-handed cradling it, going towards the goal. He's gonna look for his options, think about what he can do. He's gonna run around the outside, try to get in the middle, but he can't see anything. Takes a shot and scores on Jackson Ritchie from really far out. That was
very, very far, actually. I'm pretty impressed. That was a nice goal, and it looks like North Atlanta's back on their toes once again.
That was a rocket that he threw there. I couldn't even see the ball.
It went through several defenders, so I'm sure that's pretty frustrating for the defense. Looks like they're all back there talking, trying to figure out how to do things for the next time.
Another face-off in the middle.
And it looks like
Woodward's going to win.
Get the ball at first, but yes, Woodward comes back and gets the ball and trying to take it outside, but he
Oh,
drops
number
the ball.
43 loses the ball, and North Atlanta picks it up. Number 21, Isaiah Sims, doing some juking and taking the ball downfield himself. Passing to number 15, Wyatt Whitaker. But Jackson Ritchie intercepts it, and number 9, Davon Wallace, is running down the field. Passes to Dalton Mulcahy, who's going to take it down a little bit farther. Who passes, but it's intercepted by a North Atlanta player.
North Atlanta still has possession, and it looks like their defense is going to take it all the way up to the field and pass off to their offensive players.
Number 17, Will Wilson, seems to be tearing up our midfield with his speed. can't quite be matched.
They're going to pass it around up pretty high on the field and see if they can work their way down to the goal. They said a nice pass up to 15 in the corner, and he's taking a pretty good, nice run.
Passing around back. He's going to run around the middle, try to take a shot, but he misses. It bounces up, and Jackson Ritchie is able to deflect it.
So I'm assuming that Atlanta or North Atlanta will have the ball and on our side of the field.
Indeed, they will.
He's taking a pretty good run.
Oh,
but
and he loses the ball. Jackson Ritchie saves it, and the attempted scorer gets absolutely decked, number 15, and Woodward's ball.
So North Atlanta's goalie has the ball right now, and he's going to take it up the field himself and pass out to the side to number 32.
Number 2 is getting stick checked, but he's moving his way up the field with the ball, and he loses it, but he is fighting to keep it. And he goes down, but it's a clean call. Ozzy Bunbury picks up the ball, and the whistle blows it dead, and North Atlanta's ball. Number 7 for North Atlanta, Cameron Tyler. Passes to number 17, Will Wilson. He's going to run in, run back out, and look for better options.
Doesn't seem like he has many right now, considering all his players seem to be behind defenders or in a bad position. He tries to take a shot, and he succeeds and gets it right past Jackson Ritchie in the corner.
Number 17 is Will Wilson's pretty quick. He's elusive. None of the defenders can seem to keep their eye on him, and Jackson Ritchie can't quite tell when he's going to shoot. So any shot he takes is going to be a surprise for him. It's going to be pretty difficult to stop. We'll have another face-off in the middle here to see who's going to get their next chance at offense.
And the ball having a hard start in the middle. Still right there by the line.
Number 35, William Crane picks it up, and he runs it down the field, passing it off to number 2, Chase Bowen, who's going to run around back. Tries a spin move, but unsuccessful. There's a little bit of jostling going on. Try to drill into the pocket, try to get a shot, but none is taken. Number 10 shoots, but he misses wide left. It's Marshall Olhausen missing wide left, and Chase Bowen will pick up the ball, and he'll take his chance.
Looks like he's having a hard time there trying to get it away and get that defender past him, and the pass to number 35 just can't get it there in time, and North Atlanta's going to have the ball on their side of the field.
The North Atlanta defense has really done their job since the first quarter, picking it up a little bit, only allowing 2 more goals in almost 2 full quarters. Whereas the Woodward defense was really nice in the first half, but has maybe fatigue from the first quarter has taken its toll, and they're falling behind a bit. I bet they'll be able to pick it up a little bit, though, seeing as they're doing a good job of keeping the ball away from North Atlanta now. Jackson Ritchie has the ball, passes it out to number 9, Davon Wallace. He's going to run it up the field. He's pretty fast on his feet.
Yeah, it's obvious up here and probably on the screen, too. He's just going right past them, and he has a really nice run, a lot of speed.
He runs back to his side of the field as he is a defender.
And tries to make a shot, but number 24, their great goalie, who's saved plenty of shots today, saves it, and looks like he's going to take his time sending it to his team.
That would be Mercer Lynn. He's done a fantastic job tonight.
Looks like North Atlanta still has the ball and loses it to Woodward. So he's going to take it on the opposite
Ozzie
side of the
Bunbury
field.
running up a little bit, passing it to number 35, William Crane, who's going to run up a little bit more. Getting pushed and shoved and hit, but he manages to keep the ball in his possession.
Sends it down to 44 in the back, and he might take it right through and try and shoot for
Oh,
himself.
a fake shot there and takes a real one, and Mercer Lynn deflects it off the back.
Great shot, but
Should be Woodward's ball here. Looks like Oliver Marshall is going to run in and pass it.
looks like they're passing around with their offense, trying to figure out, get plays, and take their time. I know setting up is a big part in lacrosse because they do plan so far ahead for certain plays.
And the shot is taken but deflected by Mercer Lynn again. And North Atlanta defender is going to run downfield, pass it off to number 28, who then loses the ball. Should be Woodward's ball here on an out of bounds. With a substitution with 2 minutes left. Woodward 4, North Atlanta Warriors 5.
I think both teams are doing really great tonight, and it seems like it's a very tough game for both of them. It's kind of hard to guess what will end up happening.
It is. Woodward is fighting pretty hard. North Atlanta's fighting pretty hard.
And what was the JV score? Do you know what the score?
It was actually 6-0. So the JV played very well today. And the Woodward player is going to get attacked right away. The ball is loose in the middle, but number 23, Gray Andrew, picks it up and loses the ball.
Which you actually just missed, I think, when you put your eyes down, was the stick was literally thrown out of 23's hands.
Oh, wow.
The crowd is going wild. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul on that.
Looked down to check out the roster, looked back up, and I missed it. It's a fast sport.
Things do happen this fast. I looked down for a second.
Oh, a very
Big goal.
elusive goal. I didn't realize he'd even shot that, number 14.
Speaking of fast.
Yeah. Nicholas Rodman
So
doing his part. It's either his second or third goal today, and a timeout is going to be called by Coach Muir.
looks like North Atlanta has 6 and War Eagles has 4. We're losing by 2, but we'll see if we can pick it up this quarter with 1 minute and 25 seconds left on the clock. Their timeout is almost complete, and we'll see what both teams are going to do right now. I'm not sure exactly who's going to start off with the ball, but I guess we'll find out.
Yep, it looks like it's going to be a face-off in the middle.
Oh yes, I forgot they just scored a goal. So
Woodward's going to try for their 5th goal, try to come back on North Atlanta with only 1 minute 25 left in this third quarter. Whistle blows the play dead. Woodward's ball.
gives Woodward a start for this last 1 minute. they're already on their side of the field, so we'll see if they can score a goal.
Passing around, that's number 45, who I've just been informed is Elliot Stoon. No longer a mystery player, but they're going to pass around a little bit. I'm sorry, Elliot Steven. Elliot Steven. That's Stephen Elliott. Stephen Elliott. He's actually a starting football player on the varsity football team that he was starting as a freshman. So he's done well for himself this year, Stephen Elliott has.
See, that's what impresses me. I find it so awesome when somebody can play 2 sports and be so good at both of them.
Yeah. I've always been more of the person who's played all the sports but just been average at all of them. Decent enough to play, but not good enough to be a great one.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had the confidence to actually kind of try other sports besides soccer.
And as we reach the end of the third quarter, Woodward will be going into this fourth quarter down 2. Woodward War Eagles 4, North Atlanta Warriors 6.
As the fourth quarter starts, we're going to have another, what do you call that in the middle of it? Face-off.
Face-off in the middle of the field to see who starts the ball. Woodward has 12 minutes to score 3 points, to win this game. And as we know, it's definitely possible because North Atlanta scored 2 in a minute and a half at the beginning of the second quarter.
And as we've already realized, everything happens so fast in the game of lacrosse, so who knows what will happen. Looks like the ball's already started off on Woodward's side with North Atlanta still in possession.
Oh, but Ozzie Bunbury causes the defender to slip and clamps the ball down. Luckily for North Atlanta, though, he flicks the ball back up and a North Atlanta attack retrieves it. Number 17 with his agility tries to drill in and make a pass back out, but he misses the pass a little bit, and it's out of bounds. Woodward's ball. Dave Von Wallace is going to run it in.
Looks like Woodward's going to start it off kind of slow here and try and get everybody in position.
Oh, a pass to number 44, but he can't quite catch it, and North Atlanta picks the ball back up. And it's going to try for another one.
A lot of aggression out there right now, so we'll see. It seems like North Atlanta still has seemed to dominate in the possession already to start this quarter.
A pick set by number 14. Nicholas Rodman.
And a very, very high shot is slightly missed, and it looks like it's going to be Woodward's ball on our side of the field.
That's, again, number 9, Davon Wallace, taking it in, passing it to Jackson Stitchy Ritchie, who throws it over. You know how Jackson got the nickname Jackson Stitchy Ritchie?
I'm not. Do I want to know this?
Well, he is known for being quite a big guy, and a shot is taken by Woodward but missed. He is quite a big guy, and he likes his personal bubble. So one day he was playing, and an attack came into the crease, which is the circle around the goal. An attack came into the crease, and when you're in the crease, it's fair game. Jackson hit this kid as hard as he possibly could, and the kid got a concussion and had to get 24 stitches in his eye, along his eye. So
Oh my goodness.
Jackson he's a nice kid, but as soon as he gets onto the field, it's time to compete, and he's ready. And a Woodward pass is intercepted by number 7 on North Atlanta, Cameron Tyler, and passed to Mercer Lynn, the goalie. He's going to decide what to do with the ball. Looks like he'll pass it upfield, but Ozzie Bunbury intercepts that one.
Taking it straight
to the goal, and he looks like he's going to take the shot, and it's deflected away. And he's not all that happy because it's not every day a defender scores a goal.
That was a very nice run, though, on Woodward, so congratulations to them. Hopefully they'll be able to get that ball in the goal.
He was able to find the holes in the defense and ran through. And he's pointing to himself now, says, my bad, I missed the shot. But no one's too mad at him because it was great. Woodward gets the ball, and shoots, and deflected once by Mercer Lynn, but number 2, Chase Bowen, is able to pick it back up and flick it into the goal.
That was a great goal. Looks like everyone's really happy about that.
Means Woodward's still in it with 8 minutes and 48 seconds left. It's 5-6, only down 1 to tie, 2 to score.
Another face-off. We'll see how well this goes. Looks like automatically.
Woodward is going to run away with the ball.
And it's on North Atlanta's side, so looks like they're already getting a pretty good sprint out there, trying to pick up things fast and get a goal in.
That's 43, Dalton Mulcahy, who passes around the back. But there's going to be a hit in the back there on number 26. Tyler Horton, he's going to have to sit out for a little bit. Should be Woodward's ball.
So do they start with the ball
pushing the back
right in the middle where it was, or?
I think they start a little bit farther back, but they start in the general area of the foul. I think it has to be outside a certain area.
Yeah, because that would be, if it was a lot closer, then it's kind of unfair, but I mean, the foul's called.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Woodward's going to try and work through their offense right now and maybe try and figure out some plans or any plays that they had, so.
Oh, a pass is deflected, and to me it looked like some of the players on the field weren't quite ready. A North Atlanta player didn't even seem to know that the ball was on his side of the field. But North Atlanta is going to have the ball on and out of bounds.
Subbing in, also 21 comes back in, who I know has already been picking up North Atlanta pretty well so far. So
that's Isaiah Sims. He's definitely been doing his part. But number 23, Will McCullum, is going to try to drive in and comes back out. He's getting stick checked and hit along the way.
By number 44, Woodward's defense is pretty aggressive out there.
That's Dean Griffin. He really wants to win this game. He's got a fighter's personality, and he really knows that the Woodward Academy team can win this game, and he wants to lead his team to victory. Oh, a shot deflected by Jackson Ritchie. A good save, and North Atlanta's Isaiah Sims is going to have it in the back. And he'll see what he can do. He's going to run back to the middle. Oh, and a pass that would have definitely ended in a goal was missed by number 28, Eli Zerka. And
Timeout.
that's good news for the Woodward Academy defense, and it looks like it's going to be a sub in here.
Or sub.
And
Apologies.
no problem. Number 10, Marshall Olhausen, is going to start with the ball. See what he can do for this Woodward Academy team.
So Woodward's going to start with the ball and pass it right to the middle for number 35, and he misses it, but 44 seems to pick it up and take it right down the field.
Again, 44 getting stick checked and hit while he's trying to find out what to do. Makes it a little bit more difficult for him to concentrate on the rest of his players. But he manages to get it to number 13, I believe Marshall Oliver, who's been a key, Oliver Marshall, excuse me, who's been a key player in this game. But the ball is going to end up going to North Atlanta.
Looks like the goalie took a little too long to pass the ball, and Woodward's offense was pretty aggressive and pushed him off. North Atlanta still has possession of the ball and passes it up to their offense in the corner of Woodward's side.
And he's going to run in there. Oh, but a nice hit on the stick by number 10, Marshall Olhausen. And North Atlanta loses the ball, goes out of bounds, but he manages to keep it in his own possession. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Woodward is going to pick it up, and Marshall Olhausen will run it out. Go past midfield, try to set up a scoring drive for his Woodward Academy War Eagles.
Looks like a lot of grabbing is
tears
going
away
on.
from a defender, takes a shot, but he misses. Looks like it was wide right.
So Woodward's going to start with the ball on North Atlanta's side of the field, and hopefully they'll be able to try and work through their offensive plays and try and get a goal in there. They have 5 minutes and 42 seconds left on the clock.
It's definitely possible. Marshall Olhausen hit a little bit.
A lot of shoving going on. I'm sure that the North Atlanta defense is trying to hold them off as long as they can.
He takes a shot, but misses, and then runs up and tries to stop the goalie from passing it, but he can't quite do it. And the ball is going to start on Woodward's side in the possession of North Atlanta. That's number 17, Will Wilson, starting with the ball. He's going to do what he can to stop Woodward from winning this game.
So number 14 has a really nice run and tries to take a shot and sends to number 21, which is...
That's Isaiah Sims.
Who once again scores a goal for North Atlanta.
Making it a little bit more bleak, but not impossible for Woodward to win.
So North Atlanta has 7 now, with Woodward down by 2 with 5 points, with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock.
The one thing with lacrosse that I know is it's very similar to shootouts in soccer. You almost never can blame the goalie for anything. I know in soccer that when you have a shootout, you don't blame the goalie for when a ball enters the goal. And it's similar with lacrosse. The ball is moving so fast that you almost can't blame the goalie. You have to blame the defense. But I don't think we can blame anyone here. The speed that North Atlanta is showing here makes it really difficult for Woodward to do anything. Make it difficult for any team to do anything.
And a story confirming that would actually be yesterday. I was playing in a JV soccer game, and we had won. We won 7-0. The girls did, but the boys played right after us and lost to a sad 2-1. And the goal. It was actually the first goal that the Woodward boys JV team has been scored against, and no one wanted to blame the goalie. It was really sad because he hadn't had a goal scored on him all year, but it was the first one, and I mean, it's not his fault, you know. The defense has got to pick up for him, so.
That's it's the ways of the sport, though. I remember a few years ago, actually in the state finals for soccer, there was a shootout, and I know the goalie personally, and it was a really close shootout. It ended up being tied at the beginning of the shootout, and then they ended up doing sudden death shots, I believe. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I think that's right. And he missed one, and it ended up costing the team the state championship, and he was devastated. He laid down in the goal and did not move for a couple of minutes, and it was pretty sad, but you can't blame him. It's not his fault.
So now it looks like another buzzer has gone off for subs to come in, I'm assuming, and Woodward has the ball on their side. And it looks like defense is going to try and send it up to the offensive players on North Atlanta side of the field. .44 still has possession of the ball, who's had it since the half line, taking it around the goal.
He's done a pretty good job today, number 44, Dean Griffin.
He's also a sophomore. I feel like there's a lot of sophomores on this team that are helping this varsity team.
There are. It's quite a young team. A lot of sophomores and quite a few freshmen actually on the team. And the ball goes around back, and it's passed to Mercer Lynn, who then passes it upfield to number 5, Chart Riggle, who's gonna bring his team in to try to start an offensive move.
Number 7 on North Atlanta gets the ball. Nice pass to him, and looks like Woodward gets possession of the ball again and is taking it right up to the North Atlanta side of the field.
Number 15, Ryan Todd, has done his job by passing it away, but North Atlanta tries to deflect, and Ryan Todd scoops it back up, and timeout called on Woodward Academy. On the left of your screen right now, you can see a kid in sweatpants and a black sweatshirt. He is the last captain of the Woodward Academy team, Max Collins. He is also injured. He is a key defender. Along with Ozzie Bunbury run the defense, and Max is also a senior. And him being injured and being a key defender has really not helped this Woodward Academy team this year.
Hope it's not too cliche to start talking about the weather, but I was just going to point out that it is a really nice game, and they have really nice weather tonight, because every other night it's been freezing, and they've just been miserable out there on the field. So I'm really glad that they are getting a pretty nice day out there.
It has been pretty miserable this week. It's supposed to be 65 throughout this week, but it's dropped down into the 40s this whole week, and it was not a fun week to be outside. But today it picked up, and I think it's been in the 60s or 70s today, and it was really quite nice, really showing the first signs of spring.
Yeah, the last lacrosse game I came to, it was so miserable to even be out here and watch. It was so cold, so I felt so bad for the players. I think it's going to be Woodward's ball on North Atlanta side of the field.
It's a little bit of a guessing game to us. I played lacrosse, but it was quite a few years ago, so I'm not up to date with the rules. So knowing who comes in with the ball and all the technicalities of the game are unknown to us. Oh, and number 35, William Crane, takes a shot from really far out and scores a goal to keep Woodward in this game 6-7.
with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock, so maybe they can pick it up. I mean, they're only down by 1 point. They still have 3 minutes left in the game, and everything's going by so quickly that they still have a chance.
It's a definite possibility for them to win. That was quite an impressive goal. He shot from definitely the farthest goal from today. It was, looked like it was about 20 or 30 yards back that he took his shot.
And who was that? That was
William Crane.
Will. And what grade is he in?
Will is a freshman.
Wow, that's very impressive.
So another one of the team's youngsters who definitely by his senior year will be putting the team on his back.
Well, it looks like North Atlanta has gained control of the ball once again, and they're on Woodward's side of the field now, so maybe their offense is going to pick it up as well and try and score another goal.
Try to keep Woodward as far out of it as possible.
It's going to be North Atlanta's ball on Woodward's side of the field, so they have a pretty good start right by the goal. Going behind the goal, I think he might make a pass, but he's trying to gain control of it. He does pass to number 11 on the outside, who's obviously shown his talent today. So maybe he'll be able to work something down there on the offensive side.
Mm-hmm. Zach Curry done some pretty fantastic jukes and some great cradling. I don't think he's lost the ball today. The only thing he has in his name is his physicality that he has shown. He's been in the penalty box once or twice today, but he's been a great asset to this team today.
You can see all the coaches down there yelling at the Woodward defense, so it seems like something might be going wrong. I'm hoping that Woodward can pick it up and try and get the ball back down on the field. There's only 1 minute and 41 seconds left on the clock, and looks like a timeout is called.
The North Atlanta team was definitely trying to do as much stalling as they possibly could to prevent Woodward from taking back this game.
Wishing good luck to Woodward with the last minute and 40 seconds. Only 1 point down. Maybe they can pick it back up.
It's going to be tough. North Atlanta starting with the ball. Going to try to put the nail in the coffin, as they say, to prevent Woodward from winning this game. But Woodward's defense has it in them to stop them from scoring and bringing the ball downfield and scoring themselves.
I'm only hoping they don't try and stall as much as they have been. I feel like they are, because they know that Woodward, they can do it, but hopefully they'll get their chance.
And unlike basketball, there's no shot clock, so they could stand over here as long as they want if Woodward lets them, but I don't think they will.
Looks like they're going to try.
Oh, they pass away, but there's going to be a foul. Oh, Woodward's going to pick up the ball with 1 minute and 29 seconds left in this game.
I think they have a chance. That's enough time. We know things happen quickly, so.
My guess is that they're probably going to try to stall as much as they can and get a shot in at the last second.
The North Atlanta defense, being as aggressive as they are, tries to gain control, but sadly haven't, and Woodward tries to take a shot.
And then, it's saved by Mercer Lynn, who's going to take his precious time in the back, try to waste as much time as possible.
Counting down the seconds, it's already after less than a minute. We'll see if Woodward can get control, but North Atlanta has it now, taking it all the way down on Woodward's side of the field.
That's number 13, Turner McCrae, taking it down. And Woodward picks the ball up with 44 seconds left. But he is, oh, a flag is thrown. He's been tripped. We'll see what the call is. Looks like it's probably going to be Woodward's ball in the middle of the field. Coach Muir is calling out numbers, which I can only assume are positions on the field and plays. So he definitely knows what he's doing. With 39 seconds left in the game, it's going to be a close game.
I'm hoping, hopefully, Woodward will get their chance, and looks like everyone's kind of subbing in players, so we'll see.
It's going to be an exciting ending. Woodward is going to try to tie it up. Oh, and we have a player on the sidelines who's number 13 for North Atlanta. Turner McCrae has a gash on the side of his head. He's bleeding quite a bit, but he doesn't seem too bad. Oh, and North Atlanta picks up the ball, and they're going to run down the field with it.
25 seconds left in the game, and North Atlanta still has control of the ball, but looks
Woodward
like
picks it
Woodward's
up.
still trying their best. 17 seconds
They're going to
left.
fight a little bit more.
Taking
See
a
what happens.
shot,
Oh, and a goal,
scoring.
but a flag is thrown. We'll see what the call is. It doesn't look like it doesn't. Oh, it is a goal. The game is now tied.
This is amazing.
Looks
11
like
seconds
looks
left.
like the flag was on North Atlanta, but no official calls yet. We will see what this is.
Pretty amazing for Woodward. That was definitely
There is a
took
goal.
chance.
It is now tied 7-7 with 11 seconds left. All Woodward has to do is keep it away from their goal for 11 seconds, which is definitely possible with the game, with this next play starting in a face-off in the middle of the field. That was an amazingly clutch goal by Woodward.
That was very nice, very impressive. I'm not exactly sure who shot that. Did you see that?
I think it was Dean Griffin, but I am not 100% sure.
That was.
I was a little bit caught up in the moment.
That was pretty. Everyone's on their toes here, I'm sure. I know I'm like leaning in my seat.
There's a timeout called. Woodward, it was definitely Dean Griffin who scored that goal. And Woodward is celebrating over on their side, but they got to get down to business because it looks like this game is going to overtime.
I didn't know there was overtime in soccer. Or I said lacrosse. I was going to say, soccer, we don't really have overtimes only on certain games. So I'm kind of curious as to what lacrosse's rules are for their overtime or tie games.
Coach Muir seems to be talking about an overtime, so it looks like it's not going to be a tie. It's not going to end a tie game. They'll go overtime. He's telling his team to hold the ball because whoever has possession at the end of the game gets possession in overtime.
Well, it looks like both teams obviously have a fair chance, and Woodward are definitely on their toes, and so are North Atlanta fans. When I was getting food, I saw several fans from both teams, and so very happy for both of them. They've both done very well tonight, so it'll end with a pretty good game. That's one thing they can walk away with, you know, is being happy with how the game actually ended. They played a great game.
And it sure is exciting for us, too. So we'll start off here with a face-off. See who gains possession. And it should be an interesting overtime from there, unless for some reason someone ends up scoring in these 11 seconds.
11 seconds. Not sure how that'll be, but I mean,
It would be impressive
I am
either way.
curious to see how many minutes they actually get for overtime.
So Dean Griffin, the scorer of that really clutch goal, is going to join the face-off for Woodward. He seems to have been doing a very good job with the face-offs tonight. And number 14, Nicholas Rodman for North Atlanta will be taking the ball. And Woodward wins this, but he flicks it down the field. No idea who's going to pick up the ball. It looks like North Atlanta will. But Woodward gains the ball, and they'll probably hold this until the end of the.
So overtime is now going to take place, and I'm going to find out how many minutes they give them, and I wonder how things will go. I mean, so I guess North Atlanta was in possession, so.
We were in possession. We ended up with possession at the end of the game. So it should be an exciting overtime.
I'm sure all the guys out there are very tired. It's been a pretty intense game. I'm sure they're all stressed themselves. Looks like they're calling in captains. As you can hear, all the fans are going crazy. Everyone's so excited. Things are going great for both teams. We'll see where it goes from here. The captains are being called. They're going to find out how many seconds are going to be on the team. I guess they're flipping to see who gains control. It's all up in the air. Everything's very intense.
Both captains went in the middle of the field for a meeting for just a second, and the ref is going to tell us what the overtime is going to be. Looks like he's saying 4 minutes, but that isn't final. And Woodward starts off with a bit. It is going to be 4 minutes, and Woodward starts off with the ball and a little bit of an advantage because for 50 seconds, one of their players, number 5, Chart Wriggle, is in the penalty box. So it could end up being a problem for them, having one of their starting players in the penalty box. It's going to be an exciting 4 minutes here at Woodward in Colquitt Stadium.
But 4 minutes can be a lot of time for both teams. I mean, we've already seen in 1 minute they can score so many goals. I mean, I'm going to be so shocked at who wins this game. It's been so fair for both teams.
But it very well could end. I'm not entirely sure how overtime works, but it very well could be sudden death. So whoever scores the ball wins, but I'm not sure about that. And a goal is scored. Woodward Academy looks like they've won the game. It is a sudden death game. Number 35, William Crane, shoots and scores to win this for Woodward in the first 11 seconds of overtime.
That was very amazing, great goal. North Atlanta didn't even see it coming. They're all so upset, but they played such a great game. They should be so proud of themselves. And obviously Woodward is so excited and everyone's so happy for them.
An amazing game over here at Woodward Academy. The crowd is cheering as loud as they can. Everyone is on their feet. Excuse me. What an amazing game. As soon as the goal was scored, Woodward stormed the field, did an amazing job.
That was such a great game. I mean, the score 8-7, Woodward with one more point than North Atlanta in the first 11 seconds, I think it was, like you said, of overtime. That's so impressive on Woodward, and they played a great game, and they deserve it. All of them have their sticks high in the air, and they're all really proud of themselves, I'm sure.
And some of the great players of today, I know Oliver Marshall had at least 3 goals today. I believe it was 3 goals. And Dean Griffin saved the game with his goal in the final seconds of the game. And William Crane scored the winning goal in overtime. Thank you for listening and tuning in. We'll see you next time on WA Live.